Welcome back. Well, former Jaguars linebacker Lonnie Marts Jr. is the father of 5 kids, but when he was growing up, his own father wasn't around that much. The experience inspired him to found Level the Playing Field Leadership Academy, and he's here to tell us why. Lonnie Marts Jr., thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Ann.
We're also joined by a program mentee and First Coast High School senior Jaqari Matthews. Jaqari, thanks for being here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So, Lonnie, you had a decade-long career more in the NFL. You obviously played with the Jaguars. You've made Jacksonville your home, but you grew up in a single-parent household, and you had some advantages that some other kids didn't have, and you had some that maybe disadvantages that other kids didn't have. So, tell us about how that impacted your life and your way of thinking.
Honestly, it did not impact me too much. My mother gave me a lot of structure. We had a pact that I would go to high school, I would get my diploma, and I would also go to college and get a degree. And when I got that degree, I walked off that stage and handed it to her because that was something that we set out our goals and that we did it. And so it wasn't until I finished my career that I understood how much weight she carried as a single mom. And that was the reason why I started Level the Playing Field. I could see there are so many young men out there like myself. And obviously, Jacksonville has done a lot for me. They accepted me when I was at the end of my career, and I finished here. My kids are grown, so I want to give back. So this is my give back to Jacksonville.
How has your own fathering evolved, and how does it? What's the interplay between kind of the role you play with your own family and the role you play with your nonprofit?
Well, my wife is a big proponent of what we do in the house. As you can understand, playing 11 years in the NFL, I wasn't home much. And when I was probably part of the kids that she was teaching at the time. And so we've parented our kids for 30 years, 33. My oldest is 33. Okay. We parented for 33 years, and we've learned a lot. And so in that, we use a lot of that learning, of that teaching, those lessons with our boys in Level the Playing Field. And it comes to pass every day.
So, Jaqari, you are part of the program. Tell us, first of all, how you came into it and what you've gotten out of it.
So how I came into the program, it was around 8th grade after like football practice or something. And, school starting. So they had a whole bunch of stands and Mr. Lonnie was there. So I knew my mom was going to try to sign me up for as much as she could. I was praying she didn't. And sure enough, she signed me up. And from then, that's been like 5 years. So I'm the oldest in the program. It's really good. It teaches about a lot about self-mastery, expressing your feelings, and the mentors we have, they're very good and very reliable, relatable. It's a lot. It's a really good program, and it teaches you a lot of good stuff. What not to do, molding you into a good young man and giving you responsibility as well as keeping you accountable.
And so what does that look like in practice? Are you going to places and meeting people? Are you engaging in some sort of activities? What kind of work are you doing and what kind of advice are you getting?
They give us a lot of influential people to talk to. Every other Saturday they'll have us meetings with everybody there and then, have people talk to us, do different activities, and they just talk a lot about growing and keeping you safe.
And we know that there's some camp element to this because some people watching our live stream will have seen some pictures of events. What is it, Lonnie, that, the Academy, who is it open to? How can people participate if they want to get involved?
It's actually, it's boys. We commit to boys 10 to a decade. So boys come into our program every year. We take 15 boys in every year, but they're from 10 to 12 years old, and they're fatherless. Their fathers are not a part of their lives. And so we look for boys that are usually in elementary to middle school, and we go around to different elementary, middle schools, and we find boys mom has to be engaged because we want to make sure that the boy has more than just us. It's mom, us, and the boy that is working. So we're just running alongside mom to make sure that the young man has everything he needs.
And do you also need mentors? Do you need people to participate?
Yes, we do. We need mentors. We're always looking for good, excellent men, because we know that what's on the mentor's life will flow off onto the boy's life, and we want our boys to be good men.
It must be tough to get a long-term commitment from everybody on that.
It is, but if you don't put it out there, you'll never get anyone to answer. So we make sure that we keep saying it over and over again, and things like this allow us to get that.
Well, it's called Level the Playing Field Leadership Academy. Lonnie Marts Jr. runs it. Thank you for being here, Jaqari Matthews. Good luck on all. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, local students honor a Jacksonville silent filmmaker with a film of their own.